on the screens tonight, you definitely want to tune into West Adelaide. And the Adelaide Comets kicking off at Kilburn, 8:30 tonight. Jasinski coming off, replaced by Kiara O'Sullivan for Adelaide City. Well, I mean, no substitutions at half-time, but now they've had to be forced to make that one to bring on Isabel Powell, goalkeeper. Unfortunate, Florence Russell was the one to be taken off. You can hear the NTC bench very vocal in their directions. Stella Witcherek. Simpson. Holcroft. NTC again, trying to get that confidence back up to get the equaliser. Adelaide City, an experienced side, definitely won't want to try and let go of that lead. They're in a real good position now to hold on to it. If NTC were able to get that equaliser prior to that red card, would have been a different ball game. Bianca Gray's got to chase back here. It's NTC trying to get the equaliser. We'll get the corner instead. Final 5 minutes. Adelaide City Park. Corner for Donsberg, who scored that goal for NTC to give them a slight bit of hope. And can that hope turn into 1 point? Juma with a clearance for Adelaide City. Not too far though, it's still in possession for NTC, the opposing side. Molly Simpson will be the throw to the home side. This game, I'll have to do a quick weather check because it is getting a bit cold at the moment. Powell. And some vocal fans in the crowd, I believe, for the home side. Just making their word heard. Very good turnout for the home side here today as well. Doubleheaders always well received anywhere in South Australia. Double the action to support your one side. Kept in. Still falls to Alicia Gray. NTC get that final nail to try and put it into Adelaide City and get that point that they ever so want and keep their undefeated run in these early stages of the league and the season to continue on. Clean run of 2 wins and 1 draw. Could be ended here tonight against Adelaide City. Started off the season with a loss and a win and a draw to proceed. Well, it's a bit ironic that they played against 2 out of the 3 sides are identical, and the outcome in both of those games were the same. A draw against the Adelaide Comets for both sides, and also a win over West Torrens and McKellar. Another substitution coming on. Touche for NTC. It's Alicia Gray that's calling it a night, the 15-year-old. Well, can they do the unthinkable? NTC, after being 2-0 down, can they make the equaliser? Sent just over. Well, time is running out. I'd say Adelaide City will be very happy if they can see that time run out completely and the score remaining as is. You'd say, despite being 3-0, getting the 3 points today, if they do manage to hold on to this scoreline, it probably won't be the happiest 3 points they've received. And we're free back to the books again. I believe that's the 4th card on this occasion. 3rd yellow. And 1 straight red for Abby Lucas. Well, the scoreline 2-1 on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Yeah, big thanks to Apex Steel, official naming rights partner of the Apex Steel WNPL SA Power Networks, empowering women's football, and REA, proud supporters of football in South Australia. Well, in additional time now, at the referee's discretion, you'd say there'd be at least 3 minutes, I reckon, for the goal, for the red card, and also the slight injury, as well as the substitutions. Now that I think about it, maybe it's 4 minutes. NTC want to try and make that final mark. Can they do it? Powell gets a hand to it. Still alive for NTC. Just that final touch again. May have had a little bit of time to control it, but they want to try and get that final goal to at least give them...
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Got someone to talk to, not just myself this time around. Simon Jimenez waiting ever so patiently for the second half. Well, it's not second half, second game, sorry. If I can talk by myself for an hour and a half, I'm sure he can talk with me for an hour and a half. Well, NTC still got some time to try and get back in this, but that time you'd say is quickly ticking. We're into the 94th minute. Creeping into the 95th. A shot like that, big goal kick. It's NPLSA. Very good kick from him. Not that I'm surprised. Seen him play a charity match in the past, I think, for Western Strikers from memory. Served you right. Just 12 months ago. Can they do something again? NTC really fighting now. You can see they're eager. Well, 95th minute. Referee has given 5 minutes of additional time. Say be very close now to the end. They won't want to waste any opportunity now, NTC, because this could be their very last opportunity. Can they do it here? They will win a free kick. And Adelaide City for a moment thought that was done and dusted, and they jumped off their seats, but just a little bit too soon. Still up, Witcherek. Still on the ground, but back up on her feet. So we get ready for this, what could be the final opportunity for NTC. A set piece. I want to try and make the most of it. Gone from 2-0 down. Getting a goal with a bit of hope, and then a red card to Abby Lucas just changed the game. Now NTC looking to get that equaliser. Powell stumbles on the first touch. Just keep it off the line. It looks like she's done all right there. From our angle, it's hard to really tell, but NPLSA, who's literally right below us, was wanting to know as well. Referee just having a chat to his assistant referee at the moment. And he was chatting to the referee, was chatting to his assistant for the goal, and it is. It went over the line. NTC have got the very late equaliser. And that's not a way I thought I would celebrate a goal and call a goal. But NTC, in the very last moment, their last opportunity, have scored that equaliser they've been hoping for. Well, the initial call was play on, but after chatting to his assistant, I say it went over the line. Well, I called earlier, I couldn't quite tell from my angle, but there's a few opportunities now. Let's go and watch those replays a bit later on. NTC 2-0 up, are going to be able to keep their clean slate moving into the season. No loss to start off 2025. And there you have it. What a game it's been. 2-0 lead to Adelaide City. Gone away with a late equaliser from the NTC. Well, that finishes it all off here tonight at Adelaide City Park. On your match day commentator, Johnny Kecko. Adelaide City 2, NTC 2. Don't go anywhere. This is the end of the Apex Steel WNPL fixture. And I'll be back with the second game on another stream. So make sure you tune over to that stream to watch Adelaide City take on Modbury Jets in the NPLSA.
Are you ready, guys? Yeah? Okay, you talk to the microphone. Yeah, I can hear, but
Yeah, cool. That's real good. That's way too loud. Well, welcome to Adelaide City Park for the NPLSA fixture. Adelaide City taking on Modbury Jets. The referees for tonight, Daniel Cook in the middle alongside second referee Ethan McCormick, and there's no better man than Jaden Betterman, who's running the line as well today. Right in front of us, in front of the benches as well, the first assistant referee.
He's doing a good job to play it straight. We better stop talking to him.
As we get underway down here, we're very close to the action. Myself, Johnny Kecko, alongside Simon Jimenez. Very slow introduction, or quick introduction, I must say. Quick turnaround from the WNPL to the NPL.
Double header, it's non-stop action, isn't it?
It is. What a game it was. Now I'm back into this. Let's get quick underway, and my food's sitting right in front of me. I'm so hungry right now. President Angelo Carrozza giving me the food, and I've got to say, have snuck in a few while we're quickly doing a quick test of audio, and it tastes amazing. Great job down here. I reckon I might have to bring back venues and the menus this week, just for this. Well, Adelaide City ready to take on Modbury Jets, who are sitting on the bottom of the ladder so far this season. Not a great start from them. Ooh, it's Bulko. Gotta be careful not to get into the book, especially this early into this fixture. We had some action in that WNPL game as well. A red card and a very late equaliser. Sent into the area. Close, but not close enough.
How you going there, Johnny? You caught your breath yet after the finish to the WNPL game?
Just. Was it just enough? That was very, very entertaining.
Yeah, sort of goal decision sort of made by the linesman in the end there. There was a lot to digest after this one, but things are underway for this one here. It's going to be an interesting one. Modbury Jets plenty to play for. They're bottom of the ladder at the moment, which you probably wouldn't have predicted given how strongly they looked last year, but at the moment just struggling to find their mojo. Meanwhile, that seems to be happening around the same time that Adelaide City are sort of finding theirs, I think. It was a big, long cup fixture last Thursday. Went all the way to penalties, so nothing like going 120 minutes on a school night. They pushed right to the end, but I think a bit of a chance here for Modbury tonight to kind of reverse how their season's been going so far and make a bit of a statement. We were given a Bible of stats.
Yes,
today.
A lot of stats this week to digest. Talking about digesting. And what about the food in front of me as well?
I'm just trying to keep talking so you can eat, to be honest.
No,
I've made a few little notes here.
we can get through them throughout. We've got 90 minutes to get through them as well. Talking about digesting.
Yes, I think one of the interesting things about tonight is these stats told us that Adelaide City, one of the standout counter-attacking sides. Meanwhile, Modbury Really effective at holding possession, but
Well, here we
not
go.
much from it.
The possession going forward. Modbury getting early. Well, Modbury Jets haven't had the greatest start to the season, have they, Simon?
No, they haven't, and it just looks like they really haven't been able to make the most of the opportunities that they have had. Possession-wise, they're looking pretty good, but just conceding a lot and then not getting much at the other half. Only 3 goals they've scored, and we're at round 5, so...
Henderson plays it back. Woodlands. Well, Modbury Jets have only had 2 wins so far this year, or 3 wins, sorry. 2 of those in the cup, and only 1 of them in the league against Croydon FC, a 2-1 win in round 2. They're coming off that win against Para Hills. They were unable to beat in round 3 of the actual league. Which is funny because Adelaide City couldn't beat the team that they drew against here in their last fixture at home. Double header as well. West Torrens Bacala. They knocked out in the cup last week in penalties, as you did mention earlier, Simon.
Yeah, it was an interesting game, that one. The first time we've seen an actual result from a West Torrens Bacala game this year.
Well, not in 90 though, so you still haven't seen one in 90 for them. And now they're kicking off tonight as well, so we will see what's happening over there. We fight for the ball. Can Adelaide City control this? It's Kilo holding it. Sent across.
Modbury, no hurry to play it out from the back here. They choose the long option, though. Picked up by Kilo, who's been pretty impressive so far this season. In fact, top in the RAA NPL for assists with 3. Big Puko lobs it long.
Can they get in here? Adelaide City, his opening moments will be offside. It's called by referee Jaden Betterman. Long ball. Karachia. Sending it along. Adelaide City. only had one game where they haven't scored in. That was against Metro Stars in round 2. And on the other end, the only clean sheet they've had all season was in round 1 against FK Belgrade away from home. Whilst the Modbury Jets in the league have not had a clean sheet all season. But when the cup comes into it, just that one against Cobras in the first round of the cup, which they were one of 4 NPL sides to be drawn into the cup. Abatu back to Buko. Adelaide City really just going to try and hold onto the ball.
I think one thing we have seen from Adelaide City so far this season is just how much they favour that counter-attack. So I think that Modbury are going to be playing it pretty cautious. They've already been taking their time just to not force Adelaide City into action. Most of their attacks that we have seen so far this season coming from right down the middle. And they like to score late too. Of course, we saw in the last NPL game 2 goals in extra time to equalise and then steal the lead from Playford City. And absolute belter 2 weeks ago. And here it comes long. Didn't quite manage to find Matthew Dorber on the end of it. One particular player who's had a prolific start to the season for Adelaide City. Very cheesy back to Kilo.
It's Abatu. On the ball now for Adelaide City. Back to Kilo. Abatu. I reckon I got that skewer in the back of my mouth somewhere, actually. It hurt.
I was thinking as you're just gutsing that down, there's no need to rush, Johnny.
Yeah, I know.
Like you said, 90 minutes to enjoy that. Although with how chilly it's feeling tonight.
Well, now I'm going to have a whole week to enjoy that splinter in the back of my neck, my throat. But it's good these clubs are very hospitable. Hospitable? I can't say
Hospitable.
it. Hospitable.
I was going to give you a third try at that one. But
Hospitable. Hospitable. There you go.
Yes, always look after us, the clubs, and very much appreciate it. Bit of a slow start to this one, I've got to say. After the action at the end of the WNPL game, things just starting really patiently here.
Did you get a glance of that fear as you walked in earlier?
I didn't. I heard you mentioning it once I got up here.
What? Henderson, just be a little bit careful. Straight to the hands of Woodland. Sorry, go.
Enough with the cars, Johnny. That's what happens when Adelaide City counter-attack takes you off guard. I can only just see it there. Might have to have a bit of a look after.
Well, I wonder what's faster, the fear or the pace of this game. Or my wit tonight, who knows? I'm coming off a second game, so coming into a second game. So those that know me, the more I get delirious, the funnier I get. Did start laughing at my own jokes towards the end of the first game.
Ah, look, someone's got to.
Now I've got you here to do it for me. Yared Abatu back to Kilo. Adelaide City just looking for opportunities to go forward. Lurking around though. So Abdullah here. Abatu. Also Detroit lurking. The Modbury Jets. Buko firing forward is Buko. Looking for Dorber. Dorber didn't quite see the ball come through. And you can hear that Buko quite wasn't happy with Dorber's run. Just a bit of miscommunication, I think, in the end of it. Buko back to Dorber. That's a better one too. Oh. This game's got a lot of fire already in it.
Yeah, it just seems like that little passage there just had a lot behind it. And even some of the Adelaide City players nice and fired up at the moment. Sent long, finds McCabe.
Oh. That one's sent, well, into the next suburb over.
We've got the stand there. Hopefully someone there's got quick hands to save someone a jog out to Foster's Road.
Well, sitting on the bench as well for Modbury Jets, Cameron O'Dowdy hasn't played a game in almost 2 years due to 2 ACL injuries. Came off his first ACL, and then during pre-season last year, did his second, and hasn't been able to come back to NPL football since. So he'll be looking to make his return today. Has played in the reserves in recent weeks, but a return to the top flight is on the cards today, and I'm sure his brother, Jordan O'Dowdy, will be happy to welcome him on to the pitch as well. It's good to see Jordan out on the pitch as well. Starting in tonight's game. Started last week in that cup fixture as well. Great opportunity, Adelaide City. Woodlands with the save. It was Catano who was trying to slot it into the back of the net, and this game's kicked off fiery. I love it.
Yeah, Daniel Brisson with a clever little ball to find him there. Alex Woodlands was called into action, but not needed in the end. The assistant referee had his flag up. But yeah, there's definitely a bit of fire about both of these teams. Of course, we know Modbury Jets will be desperate to get a result tonight. Got to say that they've been underperforming so far this season. They were so strong last season. Dropped off a little bit towards the end, but certainly not the start that they would have wanted so far. Meanwhile, Adelaide City just feel like they've got a little bit of momentum. It was a big win for them at Playford City a couple of weeks ago. Would have been some disappointment at West Torrens Bacalla, but it was a big effort. Sent long.
Catano. Whoa. Comes off second. Slight impact. Morris Tarley just having words to his side. I think Tim Henderson just wanting communication to be a little bit better out there on the park. It's Nicholas Bucco. Well, we've seen him score from distance in the past. Will Bucco do Bucco things and score in this instance? Well, this will just top off tonight if that does happen from what we saw in the first WNPL action.
Yeah, Bucco can be pretty handy from the spot. We'll see what he can do here.
It's Nick Bucco as he lines up. Bucco. From distance! Oh, it almost looked like it went in from here.
That was really well taken. It just was a pretty flat delivery, but it just ducked down at the end right at the right time. Was end up wide of the post, but the height was certainly there and not too far away from being a really successful effort from the spot to open things up.
Well,
about 25 minutes in or whatever we are. I didn't set the stopwatch given how frantically we started today.
We were like 10 or 15 minutes delayed as well, so Dorba makes a run through. He's done well. Can he finish it off? He's got to try and get there. Kept it in. But unfortunately, not in possession of the Adelaide City.
Dorba's been such a reliable target. Adelaide City love to send those long balls into him, which he's able to win with that physicality, and he's got some good height behind him as well. So he'll look to be a bit of a handful for Modbury Jets defence tonight. Long throw in.
Sent in deep. Karachia! Oh, great save from Woodlands, the first one. And then Henderson gets a second to clear it out for danger. It's McGregor.
Super explosive Karachia. He came off the bench last week, and I believe the week before as well. But he's just able to sort of give that spark to the team. So trusted to start tonight and very nearly gave Adelaide City that advantage.
We'll be disappointed not to have scored in the penalty shootout last week as well.
Yeah, it was looking like that night felt like it was never going to end, to be honest. Even the penalty shootout just kept going and going. But
I'll be honest, I had 3 opportunities to come there, and I thought I wouldn't be able to get there, and I would have actually been able to make if I left at that moment.
I was at the other end of that text message chain.
Yes.
Should I come down? Oh, look, mate, it's a Thursday night.
Yep, it'll be done in an hour and a half.
Yep, no such luck.
Nah, so I went shopping at Tea Tree Plaza. Then I went to extra time. I thought, I might be able to make it to half an hour. Nah, I'll wait. It'll be fine. It won't go to penalties, and then it does.
Well, yeah, you could have gone during that break period in extra time, and you still would have made it for a little decider.
It's all good. I went Kmart shopping instead.
Did you find some bargains?
Nah.
Oh, well, that's disappointing.
I just bought sushi rolls and got covered in soy sauce, so it's all good.
Anyway.
Uh,
A little bit stop-start this half. It's fired up for some little moments, but
just like our commentary's been stop-start at the moment. REA, proud supporters of football in South Australia. One World LED scoreboard for your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Currently stands at 0-0. Whoa, drop you wall.
it's been under some serious pressure already tonight between Brissan and Dorba. You know how dangerous both of those players can be. Ooh,
A cheer in the middle. McGregor.
brave contest there. Here come Adelaide City.
Can they do something, Adelaide City, as they fire forward? They've got opportunities, they've got players forward, but Tunzio.
You just see when Adelaide City win it in the middle of the park, they just fire up so quickly. They're so dangerous on that counter-attack. And already giving Modbury plenty to deal with so far tonight.
Well, still 0-0 after 22 minutes. And a quick around the grounds as well in a moment. As we see this opportunity, floats in. Dorba with the head, will go over though. Around the grounds, the Raiders, Adelaide Croatia Raiders game against Playford City currently sits 1-0 to the home side Raiders. Also 1-0 for FK Belgrade over West Torrens Pacala. And Adelaide United Youth 2-0 up just before half-time against Metro Stars just down the road at Jeps Cross, and Campbelltown City 0-0 against Adelaide Comets up to 55 minutes.
Well, I think that Comets game and that, in particular, that Metro Stars and Adelaide United game will be one that Adelaide City will be interested in tonight, because if they do manage to get the win tonight, put them up to 10 points, and assuming there is a result.
Well, as it stands at the moment, City trying to make their way through. As it stands, just a point for Modbury Jets. We'll get them off the bottom until tomorrow when Croydon play their game. So a point is enough to move them out of the bottom place, but not enough to get them out of that relegation battle zone. I know we're talking about that only after round 4, but don't want to start down that end of the table. But if they can get an extra 2 points, they will be pushing only a point out of the top 6 as well. So if that's how close it is in these opening stages of the 2025 season. Karachi up.
Yeah, just looking at that ladder, it's pretty close. 3 different teams that had 3 wins and just 1 loss.
Yeah, so always love a live ladder because it just moves with the moment. Sometimes catches you off guard as well. So the way the results are sitting around the grounds. Well, Campbelltown just took the lead over Adelaide Comets, so that gives Adelaide United a 3-point gap up the top. Little fight here for the ball. So you can see this game getting a little bit feisty, I reckon, as it goes on.
Yeah, Booker was just on the end of a tough challenge by Detroit. He very swiftly looked to the ref to get the free, but they did win it. But here come Adelaide City again.
Well,
Tano
off the head, falls to Dorba. Dorba. McGregor with the long ball. Abatu. O'Dowdy. Karachia.
Did you see that? Detroit and Abatu just having a little interaction in the middle of the park there. That'll be an interesting battle to watch closely tonight. Got some words and possibly some elbows exchanged.
McGregor just lets it go. Control it. Kilo. Lewis Kilo back to Hall. I'm loving the fluorescent yellow. Almost like my highlighter I had in my pencil case.
No missing him tonight.
Old school, love it.
Might be able to put in an extra shift after this and be a lollipop man or something.
Saw some roadworks down the road, so maybe.
Oh, there you go. He's ready for work after this.
Talking about retro as well, the kits they're wearing are unbelievable. The retro jackets. Shit, I could do with one right now. I'm freezing.
Well, I saw them for sale here earlier. If you were looking for an excuse to get yourself one and been the talk of the town, Adelaide City retro tracksuits.
Do I get a tracksuit or do I get a ticket so I can try and win the Fiat? Sure, I got heated seats in there. Might be even better.
Yeah, cover your bases, get both.
Aloisi, throw Detroit up, back to Aloisi. Whoa.
Bit of trash talk within range of the microphone. That was entertaining.
Well, we can catch up some incredible stuff on our microphone.
I have a feeling that's going to come back to haunt Dorba, maybe.
As Dorba's back on the ball. Into the area. Catano. Henderson finds McGregor. And Detroit up. It's Francesca in the centre of the park. It's turned over. Now Adelaide City on the other end. Can they do something as they make their way forward? There's opportunities. Dorba was the target.
Snuck up a little bit, Dorba there. Catano was right in that middle position. Looked like he was jostling, just trying to stay on side, but Dorba just snuck in behind him. Bit of a moment of calm. Finds McCabe, who looks like he's switched to that right-hand side now.
Jets, they want to try and jet into the goal area. There's no takeoff just yet for the Modbury Jets.
That's one of the few times we've really seen them penetrate there. Nice little run from McCabe, then just playing it through. As Johnny makes some funny faces. You're up, Johnny. Taking their time to set up for this corner kick.
Well, we will definitely want to try and get in early with this goal to try and take an early lead, but if they can try and score, really add to this game. It's been a bit fiery so far. Both these teams want the 3 points, sorry. Corner. Sent in deep. Off the head. Just into the hands, safe hands of Hall.
Well, Wilson just snuck in towards that back post there. Got a really nice head to it, but John Hall's hands safe enough to deny him in that instance. You mentioned that 3 points, how important they are tonight. Adelaide City a chance to climb the ladder, and Modbury a chance to get off that bottom rung tonight, which they'll be desperate to do.
Well, Adelaide City, if they can get 2 points, or gets 3 points, sorry, gives them another 2 points on what it currently is in the live ladder, that will be second place on 10 points, which they would ever so want. They've got to be careful here, as they were firing forward, the Adelaide City.
Laurie Latanzio just looked like he was on there for a second, but still dangerous here. Adelaide City in possession.
Karachia. Francesi. Killo just being careful. He got a lot around him. Abatu. Ball through Francesi. Be careful. Myself as well. Francesi, Francesca. Similar names. It's Karachia. And from distance, and it's Adelaide City. They get in. An early lead through Daniel Bressan. And celebrates with the coach, Vath Farhas. And Garuccio as well. He's cuddling him like a koala.
It was a great strike to get him off the mark. Taken from way outside the 18-yard box. Should found that opportunity. Snuck it well wide of Alex Woodlands. Not too far now from halftime. Adelaide City find themselves 1-0 up. They have looked the better so far, you got to say. Things a little bit confused for Modbury at the back there. Woes just continuing here, but a lot of game to go yet.
Well, Adelaide City, 32 minutes in, are in front. They've created some good opportunities, but that one there from Daniel Bressan was certainly up there as one of the best of the game so far. Francesca. Well, Modbury Jets now dealt a little blow to kickstart this game. Haven't had the greatest start of the year so far. It's 1 win, 3 losses. And as it stands, -6 goal difference. Dorba trying to make it -7. Rocky Walt. It's on the other end now. Can Modbury Jets find that equaliser? This could get fiery. Couldn't quite keep it in. Will be a goal kick for John Hall to take.
The setup for Modbury Jets looking a little bit different now to what they started the game with. Wall has switched on to that right-hand side with McCabe. Did start the game with them both on this near side, but I guess a couple of attacking advancements on that right-hand side, just trying to keep Adelaide City guessing, but ultimately they're still looking the more dangerous at the moment. Karachia. Fancy footwork to Bucco. He plays it long.
Henderson. He does well, controls it, and play it out. Aloisi with the long ball. Abatu. Bucco. Adelaide City just going to try and control the ball.
Modbury just trying to slow things down here, but ultimately won by Adelaide City.
Henderson with the head. Aloisi. A name that holds a lot of history here at Adelaide City.
And even beyond, of course.
Well, there's a sign that says 52 Socceroos from soccer for Adelaide City in the background they've produced over the years. A couple of those relatives to Matthias. Well, not long left in this first half of football. Just 10 minutes remaining before half-time for Modbury Jets to try and get back in this before the half-time break. O'Dowdy. O'Dowdy is sent out wide for the Modbury Jets. Aloisi is pushed up forward. McGregor. Francesca. Jockey Walt. Francesca again. Back to Henderson.
Taken most of the half so far, but Modbury Jets finally looking a little bit more comfortable in possession. Although Adelaide City have that luxury of being able to sit back a little bit.
McGregor gets knocked off his feet. Catano. Bressan back to Catano. Francesi out to Bressan. Catano. Let's see, looking for that way forward. Finds it, Luis Laura Tanzio. Sends it in! Just over. Top netting, but on the wrong side of the net. And just creating some good opportunities, Adelaide City, when they do get up on their final third.
Well, Laurie Latanzio sort of snuck onto this right-hand side, and he had some involvement on the left before, but he's just snuck in there and almost immediately had a little involvement. It was a really well-taken kick. Just a little bit high in the end, but looked like it would have had Alex Woodlands beaten if it was just a little bit better aimed. Just caught him off the line there, and just an opportunity, but unable to capitalise ahead of half-time.
Sorry, Tanzio. Control it off the chest. O'Dowdy. Jordan O'Dowdy. Former A-League player. It's good to see him back on the park through injury last year. Minimal time in the Modbury Jets squad. And we could see him alongside his brother, Cameron O'Dowdy, who hasn't played in 2 years, on the bench after 2 ACL injuries. In 2 years. Could be the first time we see them in Modbury Jets colours on the park together. A proud moment, I'm sure, for the brothers, having gone through together. 1 ACL injuries, bad enough, not having to deal with 2 after gone through the first. Is Adelaide City again. Luis Laurie Latanzio trying to make some damage on that right side. Bucco stretches, not happy with that pass from Francesi.
Yeah, you mentioned that double ACL injury. That's a real milestone to get over that and have your return game for that, but to be able to share it with your brother as well. And special experience if it does eventuate tonight, and hopefully Modbury can even take away some points tonight to really get everything from it.
We made a return in reserves only a couple of weeks ago, so to get to the NPL this season will be a milestone for him. Struck your wall. It's going to be a bit too tough there. Big shout out to Adelaide. So we've given them a few shout outs tonight, but this is not food related. It's their match day program related. The Gazebra. I love it.
Clever. I like it.
Gazetta, Gazebra, and the zebra on front because of their black and white stripes, if you didn't understand that. Very well done. Love Cod's being creative.
They're all pretty good at it these days between their social media accounts and whatnot.
Catano. Brissan. Francesca. O'Dowdy.
You're going to get caught out tonight. It's going to happen.
Detroyer. Across the face of goal.
Abdullahi just a couple of steps behind, unable to get to it, but dangerous opportunity there. And Modbury Jets just now looking like they've started to get things back in their favour a little bit, but not on the scoreboard just yet.
Well, you weren't around for this, Simon, but a couple of years ago I got excited when there was Campbelltown City taking on Modbury Jets. We had 4 lots maybe, of brothers on the pitch at one time, but across the two teams. But in a few weeks' time, or hopefully soon, this season, hopefully we'll see it. There could be 3 lots of brothers just on the Modbury Jets side alone. The Troyes, McCabe's, and the O'Dowdys. So
I think with a couple of those names back on the team as well, might be able to bolster their form as well as having a fun stat.
I love stats like that. And they're sent in to Hall. Pretty good turnout from the Adelaide City faithful tonight. Also Modbury Jets have made the short drive down. All these venues are relatively close to each other. Lewis Laurie Tunzio tries to get on his left. Slight little fumble. Still manages to stay in Adelaide City's possession through Bucco. Bucco. Deep ball in. Off the head of Dorba. But Woodlands. Not much he had to do to get that to McCabe. O'Dowdy. Slight head out to Detroyer. Dorba making a run through for Adelaide City. Sends it across. Kitano. It's Woodlands. Dangerous ball through. Also over to Tanzio. Dangerously close as well. To Dowdy. Making a run. Tanzio. No, not Tanzio. I fumbled on the one that's the easiest.
Here come Modbury again.
Francesi. I thought I was going to say Francesca instead of Francesi, instead I say a different name altogether.
You're too worried about it. It was a dangerous moment for Alex Woodlands there. Catano was tracking, calling for that ball going forward, but it was just sent beyond him a little bit. Possibly an opportunity if it was just better place that he could have launched off that first touch, but wasn't to be. But still a threatening moment for Adelaide City. So John Hall will come up and take this call for Adelaide City to go very deep.
Buko. Laura Latanzio, it's Karachia. Goes for the shot. Winchesi. Laura Latanzio. Dowdy. Gets in the way. Karachia. Buko. Buko firing forward. Plays it out. Catano calls the handball. Comes off the hand of Henderson, but they haven't awarded it. Definitely the right call, but I don't think Modbury Jets will agree with that.
Yeah,
Not Modbury Jets, sorry, Adelaide City.
Well, it's a little bit tricky when you are defending. You can't always watch where the hand placement is. At the end of the day, all we can do is play the game, but don't have the feeling that the Adelaide City supporters here will be content with that.
Absolutely wouldn't be. And the referee just having to do a good job at trying to calm that side down.
It's a bit of a clash in the middle just then. Looks like Nicholas Buko, Patrick McGregor. Buko's gone to help. Bit of constructive feedback and chat of interpretation.
Just trying to listen in there.
Well, I think the chat was all around natural position. I mean, we don't have a specific rule book to refer to here, but the call's been made according to the best information.
I think referee Jaden Betterman did a good job of just controlling that situation, because sometimes it can get out of hand by fans in the stands as well. So having to deal with the fans yelling out as well as the bench kept it pretty well done.
Well, it can often become a bit of a sideshow when really you need to officiate, and you don't really want to. Ultimately, if you're distracting the ref, they can't watch the next play and make the right call. So,
absolutely.
Nonetheless, half time.
That is half time down here at Adelaide City Park. Adelaide City lead 1-0 at a half-time break, and it's all thanks to RAA. Proud supporters of football in South Australia. One World LED and Sportal Scoreboard sits at 1-0 for the home side for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Well, that is it for the half-time break. Don't go anywhere on the other side. We'll be back second half football. Modbury Jets taking on Adelaide City.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Labasso, a nice run forward, only him and Bartuli, and just couldn't quite get there.
What's the save?
Wins the corner though, but Bartuli. Kusasa sends it into the area, and it's Vaughan. Leaps in and tips it over the crossbar, and if he did not, that was going to rock that net.
Those lines to Tavares. He then cuts it for Voigt. Voigt with the touch inside, hits it, and that's a great save from Delinges.
Jason Konstantinopoulos one-on-one with Lazeka. Kristen Konstantinopoulos with a shot. Late tackle maybe, but great save there from Barbaro. One final chance for Blue Eagles. It's a good ball in. It's got a flick. It's got a second one, but that's an unbelievable save from Sebastian Matosevic. We said Oscar Moore's man of the match, but he's kept 2 goals out that were clearly going in the back of the net.
He's made some unbelievable.
Headed away. Only to Metro Stars though, edge of the box here. Visser. Now Gow with a little flick. Visser back in the box, and then the finish by Hamish Gow to get them 1-0 up early on.
What a goal. Oh wow! Oh my god! That was insane! What a way to equalise!
By Murati, only as far as Mullen. Mullen hits it with the outside of the line. Can you believe it? Mullen with a second outside of the right boot. Mine's going to take it, and he does. And he picks his spot, and he finishes with a bomb. And that's his hat-trick, and the 8th goal for Playford to make it 8.
Costelli being to it by Caden. Now finds Anthony Costa, top of the box, goes with his left foot. Anthony Costa gets a second. He's got a brace in the first half, and he's taken Adelaide Croatia into a 2-0 lead at half time, David.
That's a beautiful finish. He just picked his spot out perfectly there, but gosh, Neograd have just left themselves exposed there.
On the back of the announcement at the celebration of football, NPLSA will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, 17 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop and upskill coaches will strengthen the grassroots community, which will obviously benefit the football community as a whole.
It can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents coaching their kids' teams, and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would the kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here, again, will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about this sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up and actually take on the team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with Football SA, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given the professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Can they do something here? Plays out to Panagakos, and it's Panagakos! What an absolute cracker! Alicia Panagakos kicks off the season for Adelaide University.
And I mean, if Elisa keeps the play along and setting it
Has a shot. It's gone in, Tomley and Bonner, and just as we were talking about just a minute ago, has had a very good last 20 minutes and just come right into the game. It's 1-0 up.
Goes to Yamada. Good turn. Needs to find an option. Might even look to go for herself. Nini Yamada! Makes it 3-2 for West Adelaide. 20 minutes left.
Such a quality player to have in this competition. Long shot there by Notridge. It's gone in! Well, it was just a speculative effort by Notridge, and it looked like Elliott never picked it up, and Comets have taken the lead.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. A place to start small and feel 10 feet tall. To have fun and laugh, to build confidence from the ground up. A place to belong. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
We all play the same game. The pitch may change, but the stakes are the same. The ball we desire, the moves we admire. Because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Ghana United is like home football.
It's always been our goal to move into State League.
Here it's a very family culture. There's a sense of oneness between the Resis, 18s, seniors. Everyone just feels like brothers.
You know, it's like how they say, you train the way you play, but actually when you rock up game days, we actually play like our heart is the last thing that's left, you know what I mean?
I'm loving it. Really good culture, really good environment. It's going great so far in the preseason.
About culture, you know, we open the door, every culture comes to mix to us.
Ghana United will be a club that can play football, simple football, a good football, that we will be in the next couple of years moving to the NPL.
Very thrilled, very excited.
Expect to see some rainbow flicks. That's what makes us Ghana FC, man.
He'll make its way through to Nicola despite the deflection. Here's Hazelwood, who does well to control the ball with the head. Hazelwood storming into the area, tries the shot, great save. And that should give Elliott a bit more confidence. He's done really, really well there. That ball was travelling.
Here's Hood, just needs to finish, gets it past Murphy. Needs to have some sort of hit. And Murphy manages to backpedal and make the stop.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
Adelaide Atletico is being built on 6 pillars. It's about respect, about community, fairness, development, technology.
Atletico is become a family, a big family.
This club's got a lot of opportunity to grow. There's a lot of potential here with all the players and the boys, and it's just like a very good place to be at.
We want to be competitive. We want to drive and develop our culture. We've gone out and we've got a few experienced players. I mean, I've gone and got a very good goalkeeper. We've got a really talented Argentinian guy and a couple of older players.
We're a good quality of boys. All the boys are already in a few weeks, are getting really close.
We want to make sure that everybody that plays at this club feels that they're getting the benefit of our coaching group.
We literally do what we preach, which is let's just play.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Welcome back to Adelaide City Park for the second half football. Adelaide City taking on the Modbury Jets to get back underway. It's Adelaide City, it's O'Dowdy kicking it off. Chasing it down is O'Dowdy as well, Cameron O'Dowdy. And great way to welcome him in. Cameron O'Dowdy, 2 years away from football due to injuries, 2 ACLs, a 2-year wait, and now returning with 2 O'Dowdys. And there's 2 Johnnies.
I know you like the sound of your voice, but geez.
But not to take away from that moment as well. Great moment for Cameron O'Dowdy. An ACL injury is never an easy thing to get over, but to go through 2 back-to-back on either side. Great dedication to get to this point. O'Dowdy, the long throw. And also returning onto the pitch as well is Yusai Ogawa as well for Modbury Jets. Double substitution.
It looks like they've switched it up both in left back and right back as well. So maybe a bit of an opportunity that they see here to try to exploit and get one back against Adelaide City. But of course, Modbury Jets just desperate to get off that bottom part of the ladder there. A win tonight will be pretty big in round 5. Potentially change the trajectory of how the season's looking so far.
Sent into the area. Kitano back.
So a quick look at the live ladder. There's a couple of teams that Modbury would be able to potentially overtake on the ladder if they do get a win tonight, but still a lot of work to do if they want to have to get another 2 at least to make that eventuate.
Well, we saw that game Adelaide City played against Playford City. A lot of late drama down that side of South Australia. I say it like it's far away, but it's literally down the road.
It's closer to my house than Jack Smith is, to be honest.
It's closer to my house than Melbourne is.
Well, even if it is a bit of a hop, skip and a jump from, it was an amazing game to be at. Definitely well worth the drive if it is a bit of a drive for you. 3 goals within the last 10 minutes, including 8 minutes of that being extra time. We're just cheering for Playford City, who looked like they really earned that goal to get themselves in front, but short-lived in the end. Adelaide City just snatching it from them. They made a bit of a habit of scoring late.
Henderson, Ogawa. Playing another back from Modbury Jets. O'Dowdy, Cameron O'Dowdy. Now they're on the park together. You can see the resemblance of the two brothers. I'm sure they'll be excited to be alongside each other. Hasn't happened since Jordan's made its way into the side last season. Jordan got his second ACL in the pre-season before getting to play a senior game with his brother. If I have it correct. City again, playing it out from the back. Over two. Be careful here. Very dangerous. Dowdy was lurking. So was friend Skamitsi. Just snuck up on us. I didn't even realise Skamitsi came on.
If you've been listening to the silence over the last couple of seconds, it's been us pointing at each other and realising that
there's a third substitution
come onto the bench. We saw Akawa and O'Doherty warming up, but Skamitsi just pulled a fast one on us. Johnny said his name and he's thinking, hold on a second. That would have been a very entertaining interaction to watch just then.
You just pictured that very well, mate. You just painted the greatest picture. I couldn't put that in words.
Another play that we've got to figure out who's come off. Matthias Aloisi is on the bench now as well, and another mystery player. As Johnny turns to his page to do a little bit of homework again. Bit of an arm wrestle so far this half, but here come Adelaide City to try opening something up. Attempted across there, stifled by Paul Wilson. Booker, no hurry to take this corner kick, so possibly gives a bit of a reflection of where they are in terms of managing this game. 1-0 up, of course. Seems they're in no real rush to do much here. Happy to absorb Modbury's pressure. Of course, the pressure is all on them at the moment. Both in this game and, of course, when it comes to ladder position as well. Attempted a flick from Catano, and how you going there, Johnny?
Getting there. We're a professional outfit out here. Commentary box. Sent in deep.
Back in for Adelaide City. Gathered up in the end, but Adelaide City.
Buko doing what Buko does best, trying to create an opportunity for himself.
Ooh. Looked a little bit concerning there for Karachi. He was running and then just pulled up and hopped over to the sideline. We can't quite see what's happening now, but the way he exited the field didn't look great.
It's hard to see. We've got an instruction here from us on our view.
The ref has gestured for a trainer to come out to assist, and he's getting some assistance now. He's back to his feet, although he's hopping. He's on the boundary now, but no one on the field seems too concerned, so looks like all's okay at this stage. Modbury under pressure here, though.
An update on that substitution as well. Detroit coming off.
There we go, we got there.
We got there in the end. Woodlands with a great fist out. Not too far, though, only as far as Dorba. Buko, can he do something? Catano. Bressan. Scored a great goal in the first half. Looking to try and do a second. But not from where he was at. And will be Adelaide City going to the bench any second now as well. So maybe single substitution for both sides. Modbury Jets signalling to Lachlan Wilson maybe to come on as well. This is very exciting because in a few weeks, or sometime this season, we might have 2 Wilsons, 2 McCabe's, 2 Detroiters, and 2 Dowdies on this pitch at one time.
Well, I think McCabe especially is going to be one name that they're going to be really excited to see back in this side. Could be the key for what Modbury seems to be missing this early part of the season.
Hamish McCabe, we know how important he is to this side.
Well, one of the things they've been lacking is just that finishing quality so far this year, so one player could be the key to unlocking that. Here comes that sub.
Karachia is coming off. Binyam Kamberi coming on for Adelaide City.
It's an interesting one, Karachia, because he's come on in the last few games and created quite an impact. I don't think he quite had the same impact today as a starter.
Lachlan Wilson for the Modbury Jets coming on as well.
There you go. You got your double set of brothers so far.
And there's 2 Detroiters on the bench. Oh, wait, sorry, 1.
Well, Buko launches it. And the trash talking in the middle of the park continues. This time, Tim Henderson getting on the receiving end of Nicholas Buko.
I'm almost forgetting to commentate because I'm too busy listening in.
We didn't really chat too much about those substitutions that we saw at the half time. So, triple substitution, Agawa, Adoherty, Skimitsi, with Detroit, Aloisi and Wall going off. So, dramatic changes for Modbury Jets. Haven't really seen, I guess, either team really put their nose in front so far this half. It's been a bit of an arm wrestle so far.
Well, quick around the grounds as well in the area, NPLSA. It's full time.
Ooh, one high by Modbury.
Modbury trying to make the way forward. Still with not that far though, still alive. And there was Wilson. Tried to get on the end of it. It's full time. Raiders down the road. 1-0 win over Playford. And Campbelltown City are in winning ways now with a 1-0 win over the Adelaide Comets. And not too far away, just down the road, even closer than the Raiders, is Adelaide United. Currently 3-2 over Metro Stars. Double from Burke early on, and then a double from Woodfin to get the equaliser for Metro Stars. But a Taladera.
Played into the middle. Chance for Modbury Jets here.
Still alive. Can Modbury find that equaliser? So quickly how these things can change. And Beergrad 2-1 up as well in that other fixture against West Torrens Pacala. So a lot of goals around the grounds tonight.
All those results that you mentioned, sort of just making things more congested in the middle of the table, which doesn't really bode well for Modbury Jets, who really want to get off that bottom portion. Does make for a nice tight competition though, which we love.
Sent over. Can they do something? Modbury Jets again. Well, the fire has been on that other end. The Jets have really ignited in these last moments. Obviously, there's a bit of jet fuel that's come on at half time to really ignite it, haven't they?
Hey, there's the pun, ring the bell. Scamitzi disappointed that they almost said way over the crossbar, a little bit of a punch. Hit the turf with a little bit of frustration there, but
well,
you're certainly correct. There's our spark. What happens when you combine spark with jet fuel?
I don't know, but there was a bit of turbulence early on in the first half.
the timely offside just to stop our puns in their tracks, which is always good.
Well, tray table's up. We're ready for landing. Modbury Jets trying to make their way forward and firing forward in these last few moments. Really feeling like they're going to try and put Adelaide City to their money.
Fasten your seatbelts, folks.
Captain speaking. He's on the ball, the captain.
Oh, no, well played.
That was just great timing. Henderson finds a Dowdy. Wilson. Francesca. Sabatu. Tano with the head. Falls to Wilson, though. Just controlling it across McCabe. Modbury Jets. Sends it into the area. Just goes off track.
Good fancy footwork there from McCabe, and decided rather than to offload it, launch it himself, but not to be. And Modbury Jets looking like they're putting Adelaide City under some real pressure over the last 5 minutes or so. Auber just slowly getting himself up. Seen a little bit of discomfort, but he will jog this off for now. Unmissable fluorescent John Hall will clear this. Betty looking to make an impact.
It's very ironic he's wearing fluorescent because that's what you normally see on the tarmac for the Modbury Jets coming through at the airport. Substitution, I believe again. Yep, for Adelaide City this time round. Making his way on. Denisio Bovalina. There's Dorba making way. He's done well in the first half.
Yeah, we did see him pull up a second ago, so maybe that might have something to do with it. Very dangerous player, both on the wing, sending those deliveries out in, and also just being a physical presence in the middle as well. So, be interesting to see what happens here. I think at this point in the second half, it's looking like Modbury Jets the more likely to score. So, if Adelaide City want to take away one of those attacking sparks, things will have to be pretty sure at the back. As it sent in long from McGower.
They head to Wilson. Laurie Latanzio making his way forward. Can Adelaide City find their way in? Lucky opportunity. Quickly dismissed. Bressan. Henderson clears it out to O'Dowdy. Buko. Yared Apatu. Just floating in there was Henderson. Just gliding in the way he did. Looked like in slow motion. Across the face. Dangerous ball in. Adelaide City really just putting it at Modbury Jets at the moment. Really aren't giving up. In the end.
Well, starting from me saying that Adelaide City maybe going to lose a bit of attacking spark with Dorba going off, they just started a few minutes worth of really dangerous play there. And Capetti, one player that was looking to make the difference off the bench, as well as Alessio Bovalina, who handed a nice ball off to him to get that started. Just a pause here for Modbury Jets just to gather themselves after a quick little onslaught from Adelaide City there. Adelaide City bench is going to prepare a sub here as well.
It's a good opportunity to thank REA, proud supporters of football in South Australia. One World LED and Sportal Scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions.
Brissane's just making his way off the pitch now. Modbury wanted to play it on quickly, but stopped in their tracks. Brissane's just making his way back to the field as well, so... No, a little bit of confusion. He's been sent back.
Just waiting for him to make his way back over. And we'll have back underway. Daniel Cook in the centre. Experienced referee. Officiated in the A-League. O'Dowdy. Kilo. Adelaide City were trying to make their way through. Henderson gets in the way. "25 minutes remaining." Been a lot of back chat from the crowd tonight, hasn't there?
Always something to say, this Adelaide City crowd, that's for sure. And we seem to be in the best position to catch most of it when we're here. Laurie Latunzio
making the run through. Oliver Weston. Catano. Bressane. Still plenty of time for either side to finish this out on top. Bucco. Henderson.
Adelaide City done a real good job here to just stop that momentum that Modbury was starting to build. Here come Modbury. They'll get themselves on the attack now. Little fumble ball there. Ends up being intercepted.
Oliver Weston making a run through. Bovalina. Like leaving it, try to get the corner, but it was dealt with. Now Bucco in the centre. Taking the time to get their ball back to the middle.
Seems like there's no rush to get that happening.
Once it was picked up, Modbury Jets were pretty quick. They got the rush. Every moment is worth $1 million in football. Especially when you're down, you want every second counts. Send deep. City. Working hard with their feet at the moment. Big run through. Can they make something here? He's trying to find his way through. Binyam Kabedi.
Found the head of Bovalina there. There's been a bit of a presence since he's come on. Well, Bovalina, the man who was on the receiving end of that as well, also trying to make his presence felt about 10 minutes after making his way onto the field. He hasn't been a regular fixture for Adelaide City, either as a starter or hasn't had a whole lot of time off the bench so far this year as well, so he'll be looking to make an impression tonight. But here come Modbury Jets. O'Doherty, a man who's returned tonight.
Trying to find their way through. Modbury Jets. Couple of passes around. O'Doherty plays it out. Can they do something here? They try and fire through. Hey, across the face. We all went in silence for a moment. And almost for a second there, thought it went through.
Yeah, it looked like it was just dribbling goalward there. A couple of nice little short passes played for Modbury Jets just to progress it deep into the final third there, but didn't have enough on that final ball there to beat Big John Hall for Adelaide City.
Weaving through O'Doherty. I've hit a brick wall. I'm tired now.
It's all right, mate. I've got you. We'll see you through.
I need an espresso.
Well, I still feel like this game's got some excitement left in it. To be honest, I'd love to see an equaliser here just to really fire things up. It seems like Adelaide City's just cruising a little bit at the moment. Modbury Jets desperate to get something back, but an equaliser will just open things up and just hit this last part of the game in top gear. We know Adelaide City love a late goal too, so for them to be put under pressure late in the game could mean some late excitement too. But
well, we'll see how that pans out for either side.
Modbury win it high. Spilled in the end. Bovalina
makes his way through. Can they do something here? Ogagawa.
Latanzio wins it in the middle. Almost finds Cabetti, but it's intercepted, and a chance for Modbury Jets to counter-attack here.
So Dowdy makes his run through. The Jets are on for takeoff. Francesca. O'Doherty. Back to Wilson. Wilson. Finds Francesca. Back to Wilson. O'Doherty. Jets not wasting any time at the moment. Francesca. Every second counts. Especially in this moment here. Can they do something? It's McGregor finding his moment to try and get it through. O'Doherty was there. Now it's on the other end. Henderson fighting to get there first. It does well. It's Woodlands. Well, this game could turn on its head any second now.
Well, there was a call there from Modbury Jets, but another opportunity for them here if they can win this in the air. They don't, but picked up by O'Doherty, who's working hard.
Well, if anyone can win something in the air, it's definitely the Jets' namesake, Henderson. Wilson. Can they do something here? Just on the box, McGregor.
Physical from Adelaide City, the back. There was a bit of a shout from Modbury Jets, but this game's just all of a sudden turned itself up to 11.
Well,
Jets find themselves with a bit of a tailwind, but here come Adelaide City.
Adelaide City on the other end and making their way through. Cabetti. Can he get through? He tries to get a nice pathway through. Quickly blocked, though, by Ogawa. Still alive. City want to make a nuisance of themselves and try their best to do so. But nothing can get past the sturdy hands of Alex Woodlands. In goals. O'Doherty. Abdullahi. McGregor. From distance. And he got in! The equaliser! It's come out of nowhere, Patrick McGregor. It didn't look like it was going in, but...
Well, he took a second. He took a second to control it there. The kick wasn't good in the end, but it was a fumble by John Hall, which just left the runway open for Modbury Jets to get one back. And we got in another pun. Things are looking really exciting now.
And now it's ready for lift off. That's a rocket, sorry. Wow. From Adelaide City, a little fumble has completely changed the game now.
Well, Modbury Jets ultimately rewarded for all that pressure. They were just starting to build. They were just playing like they were really trying to make it happen there. We're getting ready for another substitution for Adelaide City now, whether or not it's a... I'm losing my words here. In response to that goal, or if it was planned before, not too sure. Juan Gutierrez and John Paul Bembe will go on. Coming off Nicholas Bucco and Daniel Brissan, who were... Bucco's been impressive all night. Daniel Brissan was an absolute nuisance up front in that first half especially.
Well, Jean Paul Mbembe from LA United's side, obviously, with head coach Vas Bajas, who also is from LA United. So you can see that LA United influence coming through.
Commentary box is standing now because...
Well, Woodlands, safe hands. I'll say the commentary box is standing as soon as it went to hit that net. As soon as that first ripple appeared.
I think I became a Modbury Jets fan just as that approach happened. One of those moments that happened in slow motion a little bit. Just watched that fumble and just saw it dribble over the line. And I think we were almost as much in disbelief as Adelaide City was then.
Well, you can say you're a fan. I'm a neutral.
I'm a neutral as well, but it made us get to our feet.
It's football. It's fiery football. It's what the RAA NPLSA produces. If you want to ensure anything at RAA, it's definitely that you're going to ensure to have a great game of football, no matter what game it is in the RAA NPLSA.
They're going to love you, Johnny. Well done. Adelaide City trying to make something happen.
Can they do something here? This is where Adelaide City now need to try and get their way back into this game. They've gone from being in front comfortably, well, not comfortably, but for the majority of the game, to them being in a position where Modbury Jets can just come back, fly in and take away all 3 points, which they definitely would like to do.
Under real pressure there, but free kick ultimately won by Modbury Jets. They're going to be preparing for another substitution here as well. Fred Sunday getting ready.
Well, O'Dowdy. Jordan O'Dowdy finds Wilson. Back to O'Dowdy. Great run through. Just that first touch, so comes off for a throw-in. There is that man, Fred Sunday. Francesca making way for him. Betty. The Cave. Now the Jets. Through McGregor. Scored that second goal. or the second goal of this game. This game has really just gone to the other side now from where we thought Adelaide City were really controlling it. Modbury Jets look like they could easily come away with a win here tonight if they can keep going the way they go and put the pressure on.
Just got a real spring in their step and playing with a lot more confidence at this point as well. Just having a look, 79th minute at the moment, so plenty of time for either team to put their nose in front. I'd expect a little bit of extra time as well. A couple little hold-ups. A chance from a corner here for Modbury Jets. Two hands in the air. Sent right into danger. John Hall
didn't care. Sorry, a little run. It's a long night of football. 4 hours of it to be exact. Credit to all those volunteers that have been putting out many hours preparing for these fixtures. City, just both teams eager now to get that ultimate winner. 10 minutes remaining.
Gathered up by Modbury Jets. A chance for them to counter-attack here.
Sunday. It's Daniel Cook in the centre of the park.
Jordan O'Dowd, he grabbed his calf for a second there, but
just having a chat with Henderson. Oh. Getting a bit fiery in this game. Both teams eager.
I doubt he found all the ball in that, but Cometti just wasn't positioned right to absorb that one.
It's McGregor. He scored from this shot earlier from this distance. Laurie Latanzio making the run through. Well, this game, it's been a lot of fun. We love football for all reasons, and this one here, it's given us so many reasons to love it. Both teams giving it their all. Very important for Modbury Jets to try and get back into it. 3 points tonight will get them out of that danger zone. And we'll move them into that 8th place. We'll equal a place, but goal difference will make them drop down a couple of spots. But early on, it's important for them to try and get these points back that they've lost in the early rounds. Riddled with injuries. Still have some coming back. Can they do it here from distance? Oh. You had the opportunity, but just took it, and it's gone out.
Skiminsi saw an opening there, but ultimately put just above the crossbar. Adelaide City will take their time to clear this one out because they'll be feeling the pressure right now. Modbury Jets just really pressing high and trying to win that ball and open something up. They've won it again in the middle of the park here.
Well, here comes it through. O'Dowdy, Wilson. O'Dowdy again. As Henderson sends it into the bench of the Adelaide City. Well, crowd's getting vocal. It's what you love to see. Football, local football. And the crowd is building right behind that Adelaide City end. Their attacking end.
What do you mean getting vocal?
More vocal. Sorry, I put that word.
They've been pretty vocal all night, the Adelaide City fans.
But even the Jets fans as well.
I think for the Jets fan, they're just really feeling something here at the moment, just the confidence that Modbury Jets are playing with.
This is what they want to do, though. They want to get back into this game because this is an important year for them. 60 years celebrating this Modbury Soccer Club. So they won't want to have a disappointing season for a milestone like this. Got to be careful here. Dangerous from Modbury Jets. Finds McCabe.
Played across the face of goal there, and he almost gave up possession there. They somehow get out of jail.
Well, this remains to be the final game left from tonight's action. 5 minutes remaining. Adelaide City let go of an early lead. Modbury Jets trying to find their way back into it. Managed to get the equalisers through McGregor. A goal that, well, didn't quite look like it came off as intended. But a fumble finds its way in the back of the net and gave him the equaliser nonetheless. So no matter how it got there, no matter how ugly or pretty it was, gave them the result they wanted. For now, it's Adelaide City trying to find their way back into it to get the lead again. Could this be it? Trying to find the right placement. And a tussle for the ball. Abdullahi.
Real battle, and the refs just coming in now to quell that. Bit of dispute over this throw-in, but go the way of, I know it would be a free kick. You mentioned how that goal wasn't exactly pretty, but it did come as a result of plenty of work from Modbury Jets to just start opening up some attacking opportunities and just carry that possession forward. And ever since then, they've just been playing with a little bit more swagger and confidence. 85th minute now, so you'd suspect at least another 10 minutes or so to get one to put them ahead.
The way you describe the goal is how people describe me. Not pretty, but gets the job done. It's tussle
Flags
for the
up.
ball.
This offside.
Will be, yes, offside.
Sorry to cut you off.
Just talking about myself.
Modbury Jets scooping up that ball from the sideline. Quick, smart. Yellow card shown.
They've got 2 balls on the pitch. Get rid of it, Woodlands. Otherwise, you're going to delay time here. As we...
McGregor gets past the player. He's still got it.
McGregor finds his opportunity. Flicks it up. Unfortunate.
Just couldn't get it to the right spot on the right foot. He sort of took it awkwardly in the end, but he was looking for that top left corner to beat John Hall, but I suspect he would have just liked that extra touch just to put it on a more comfortable position to line up from.
Well, 2 minutes remaining. Adelaide City making their run through. Western turned it over to Dowdy. He runs through. Abdullahi does well to keep it in. Back to O'Dowdy. Leaves it for O'Dowdy. Dowdy tries to find O'Dowdy, and it's turned over Adelaide City. Again, back over to Henderson.
Adelaide City really vocal at the moment. They've seen something.
I was just about to say, both sides standing up from their benches. These final moments. Either side looking to try and get that last-minute winner. Can they do it? Would it be Modbury Jets be able to do it? McCabe. There's a firework in the background. As it's Dowdy sending it in. Is that a firework or it looks like a star maybe? Shooting
Might
star.
have been a shooting star, make a wish. Looked a bit close to the ground for that, maybe, but
yeah,
it was a little bit strange out of the, fireworks on the field and fireworks behind the field. Just to steal your thunder and make a pun, Johnny.
There you go.
Opportunity for Modbury Jets here from the corner. Minutes left to go in this game. Desperate to take away 3 points away.
Well, Agawa just getting directions from Modbury Jet coach Morris Natali. He sends it in. We'll win another corner. An opportunity to retake that. Do one better, McGregor. Told to go in as well, so all men in the box for the Modbury Jets. They're sent in deep. No one there to get it though. City. They're back on the ball. In additional time. Want to try and counter. Agawa. McGregor firing forward to get back on the ball. Sunday trying to find his way in. City just really trying to make sure they can get it out of danger. Talk about vocal, you can hear him from the other side of the pitch. Plans.
Let's throw and be taken right in front of them. The final encouragement.
Say it'll be no more than 3 or 4 minutes of any additional time added to this fixture. Not too much stoppage outside of the substitutions and maybe 1 or 2 stoppages for injuries, but they've taken up just a little bit of time only for extended periods in this half. So Dowdy just fighting for that ball. 93 minutes, 93rd minute we're into. Henderson. It's a bad pass, looking for a Dowdy, but he's putting a lot of miles in since coming onto this pitch in the second half. I reckon he ran a kilometre just then alone. It's offside.
Saw there a bit of a pause as well. Everyone wondering how much extra time we're dealing with tonight, but final opportunities for both of these teams. You can feel the desperation, particularly for Modbury Jets, who for them tonight, 1 point won't do.
However, 1 point will be better than no points, which they were looking towards earlier on, the first draw of the season. But Dowdy sends it in. Hall again. He's got to be careful. He's a great goalkeeper, but sometimes you can just make that one little mistake in the whole game, and that's where it costs you.
Well, that's exactly what happened a little bit earlier tonight. There was a bit of a moment just before that as well. McGregor and Skamitsi linking up in the centre of the park. They're the two players that looked most dangerous tonight. Of course, McGregor saw his little bit of skill earlier tonight. Well, sort of dribbled through at the end, but he's resulted in the goal. Skamitsi got very close.
Can't wait to watch that back, actually.
Yeah. West Woodlands will clear this, and
we'll say we're getting very close to the final moment. This game has had it all. The action, the excitement, just that feistiness from both sides wanting to take all 3 points. The Dowdy. And we've lost another ball. I wonder how many balls I've lost out there. At least 2.
The Modbury bench were just trying to take advantage of an open net there against John Hall. Unfortunately, that wouldn't count.
Whoop. That's hit us.
That was yours, Johnny. Oh, someone's gone down late.
Socko Dowdy.
Not often you see an opposition player help relieve a cramp, but
well received. It was Jordan O'Dowdy. He's hopping it off. Well, final moments down here, Adelaide City Park. It's had an eventful day today, and that is it. Adelaide City 1-0 up, let go of their lead. Second Adelaide City to do that today, to let go of an early lead. And this time around, Modbury Jets were able to get back in and take a point away from home. And a return of Cameron O'Dowdy, much awaited 2-year wait, has been able to come into a game and make an impact and get them a point.
Well, the point each seems fair. Obviously, Modbury got that equaliser. They still sit at the bottom of the ladder, though. Adelaide City have climbed and are currently in second spot on 10 points. So, exciting night tonight. You made it, Johnny, through the double header, through the cold.
Yep. 20 tissues later. Very freezing cold. But what a game of football it was in the end. Modbury Jets could get back into it, but unfortunate for Adelaide City. Not able to get the job done at home in front of a home crowd in a double header. Both sides very unlucky today, but RAA football, RAA proud supporter of football in South Australia, and the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your LED and LED indoor and outdoor
LED solutions.
That's it. Long day. But thank you for joining me, Simon. What a game of football it's been, and what a day of football it's been. Well, five men's matches, 2 WNPL matches, and the Matildas are playing tonight as well.
Yeah, well, probably an appropriate way to close out all the games that we've seen happen tonight. So the round finishes off tomorrow. But, yeah, definitely a good way to cap off some Friday night football here with plenty of drama late.
Well, that's all from us down here, Adelaide City. Big thank you to and shout out to the team here, Adelaide City, for looking after us today, and all the clubs that look after us around the grounds every single week. Without them, we wouldn't be able to call a soccer match here for the RNPL and Apex Still WNPL action. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. That is it. It's a late night. I'm going to be in bed very soon. But have a great night. Johnny Gecko, Simon Jimenez. We'll see you soon, Simon. Yeah.
See you later. I'll catch you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. See you around. Enjoy. That's one of the main reasons I don't like doing this, because you can't be 100% best. Yeah. Well, that's not good.
Yeah, I saw that while you're doing the outro.
Yep, I've got a message Max. He said he'll let me know. He said it's definitely happening, because I'll let you know for once. Yeah.